Ooh. I actually like this kind of sound.
Bring it your way. Trying to bring it your way.
Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. Today was another crazy day preparing everything for the release of my upcoming single called Secrets that will be out on the 1st of November. And like a bunch of phone calls with the distributor, making sure everything works, everything is alright. And then it will be out on Spotify, get some playlists and do the entire promotion thing. And then I had 2 meetings about further upcoming releases and potential deals with bigger labels. All really interesting, but all stuff I just can't share with you. So I think it's about time to head over to the studio and do a classic edition of track submits. So welcome to Track Submits, the little segment within my daily DJ and producer vlog where you guys send me tracks, I listen to them, give you feedback as well as the entire community here on YouTube. So let's just get into it and start with the very first song. This one called Dreaming to Fly Away is by Lamat and I really like it. It's like, it is like progressive influence, very deep, very chilled, very relaxed, but still it has like some driving elements in there. It really reminds me of some labels like All Day I Dream, and that stuff is heavily featured like during Burning Man on the Robot Heart stage. So yeah, it's not bad. It's like almost there. I think it could be like each and every element EQ'd a little better to make them all glued together a little more. But yeah, it does need to be more exciting. It's just like driving and like going on forever in a chilled mood. So I actually like it. Might be even something for a release. I think like some of the sounds could be even like a little more interesting and a little more shaped, if you know what I mean. But in general, the vibe is right and it's heading into the right direction. The next one is called A Billion Stars by Marked DJP. Let's test it.
Your eyes like devotion. It makes me feel closer to you.
Very simple song. I'd say it's like electro house, at least if you consider the instrumental. It's just like kick and this ravey saw bass line. Not something I've heard a lot in the last couple of years. Reminds me maybe a tiny bit of like the Benny Benassi stuff, the very early one. But it's not necessarily good. I think the vocals are alright. I don't know if they're from a sample pack or recorded, but the quality of the vocals is a lot better than the instrumental. I think I mean the song kind of works due to the vocal, but there's room for improvement. It's just a little too simple. It's just like the kick, the saw bass line, and that's pretty much it. I think this could be all mixed better. Get a better kick. Maybe the saw bassline needs a tiny bit of distortion. It sounds very raw and unprocessed, and the vocals are alright, but could be also edited a little more, reverb, compression, and getting all of these things right, as well as the arrangement. There isn't a real arrangement that makes a lot of sense. Either you take this into a pop direction where the vocals actually lead you to, or you take it to a more club underground kind of direction. But then you need the big breaks, like big epic 1 minute, 1 minute 30 long breaks with like a huge build up that drops to epicness, and that's unfortunately still missing here.
Siento que somos solos tú y yo. Solo, solo, solo tú y yo. Solo, solo, solo tú y yo. Solo tú y yo. Solo, solo, solo tú y yo. Solo, solo, solo tú y yo.
This one right here by Dave T called Skiff. No, it's called Solo Tuyo. I don't know. I had Spanish in school for 3-4 years, but it didn't really help me at all. I can't really judge it. It's not really necessarily my style. It goes into a reggaeton direction with like Spanish vocals on top, and yeah, it's alright, but there's a lot better stuff out there in this kind of direction. The balance in the mix is actually quite alright, but I think again here every element needs a little more work, and I have the feeling the vocal sits a little on top of the instrumental, and the instrumental is maybe a little too crowded to actually have space for that vocal. So carve out a little bit of space for the vocal and decrease the vocal volume to make the entire song more compact and like everything glued together.
Sing a song of happiness, house without light of day, and it shine on our souls. 3 o'clock in the morning, on and on and on and on and on.
Ooh, we got a real classic inspired song here by Pats called Be With You. The vocal, I mean, like, yeah, it's like a very, very classic, old school, very housey kind of style. You got the piano chords and the drop, which always works. I also like the fuzzy bass that is hearable also on smaller speakers. The kick, not necessarily my thing. I would try to replace it with another kick. This could help to improve a lot. If you have the right kick, a clean kick that sits nice in the mix, this will just make half of your song when it comes to mixing, having the right sample. There is a little gap like in like the 200-300 hertz range. So maybe the piano could actually need another layer underneath. Either also a piano, just an octave lower mixed into it, maybe trying out to lower the piano by 1 octave, maybe mixing a real piano with a Korg and 1 piano to get a more unique sound, make it maybe sound a little more modern, but still kind of have this classic house vibe. In general, it works. It's simple. If you're starting out producing electronic dance music, this is definitely a style you could start with, because it's already figured out. Like, there are millions of tracks that already made it successfully, so you can just copy what they did, and like with most plugins that you like standard have in your DAW, you can easily make something like this. And then for the drums, you either just sample some old school house stuff, or you just use sample libraries. There's a bunch of stuff out there. By the way, speaking of samples, if you're interested, like I offer free samples, loops, construction kits, as well as entire Logic projects, again, all for free. Very first link in the description. If you're interested, just go check it out.
If I am dreaming because you're real, because you're real, if I am dreaming.
This one is interesting, called Select by Pizza Delivery, really creative name. And I don't know if I think it's just weird or it's weird in a good way. It's like dubstep influence, vocal call response, sound design sounds that are quite good, but then the vocal doesn't really fit it. But I'm not sure if I like that it doesn't fit and has like a high contrast to the rest, or if it actually kind of doesn't work. Maybe you guys can let me know. I'm still not sure on this one. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I would maybe, I don't know if the vocals maybe just out of a sample pack. I would actually finish the song as far as possible and then get someone to specifically for this song to actually make vocals, to maybe find something that works better with it. And yeah, maybe have less vocal, because this is not a style where you need like a full pop vocal on top usually. I think just like snippets here and there in between, doing a lot of call and response with the synthesizer sounds would be actually enough. Next up by Vijaja, I hope I'm pronouncing this correct, a song called Memories. Yeah, hardstyle, like typical hardstyle. It's not bad. I mean, I'm personally somehow, I'm not a fan of hardstyle. I could never produce it. I could never play it. But whenever I hear it, and I don't hear it a lot, but when, I actually kind of like it. I think it's a little like a funny music style because it's so geared towards like hands up and pumping and club and big rave. And to me, all of it sounds, yeah, it all sounds pretty much the same because you always have this sound on the kick, bom, 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 bom. But it works. It's kind of funny how music can actually work in this kind of way. But it's not bad. I'm not a specialist for this kind of music, but there is like a good arrangement, a good build up, and it then drops typical hardstyle, just bam, 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 bam. So yeah. Keep it up. I don't know anything about the scene, so I don't know if it could compete with other hardstyle tracks or if it's just too bad, but I'm sure someone will let me know in the comments. So I think that's it already for today. If you're interested to send me your song, get some feedback, try out the link in the description. You just have to apply, and then I randomly pick every week a couple of songs. Also today we will reset all of the past songs that we got, so everyone has a new chance. And again, in the description, if you want free sample packs, PDFs, projects, all this kind of stuff for free, it's down there. And anything else? Yeah, there's a giveaway on my Instagram for 3 copies of iZotope Ozone 9. It's just fresh, hot, new release. If you're interested, just head over to my Instagram, and there you'll find out what you have to do and how this works. And yeah, 3 lucky people will get a full copy. So see you again tomorrow, another full day here in the studio, making music, working hard, and preparing even more stuff for my upcoming release.
Just a memory.